Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and on this video I'm going to talk about my hair color. I honestly have to laugh that I'm making a hair video at all because I don't feel like hair is my specialty or my best feature or anything else, but I had somebody ask me about my hair color in a video and I thought, if this could help somebody figure out like a hair situation that they may be having, why not? And it's a very simple solution, something that has taken me a long time to kind of figure out. And so just a little bit of backstory. First of all, I'm 53 years old. And as far as my hair goes, I have thin, fine hair. And when I was a kid, I was super blonde. And then I think my hair probably got darker over time, but probably about the time it started getting darker is when I started coloring my hair. I mean, I remember like being in college, I went away to college and then I would come home and like I would do like I don't know if it was a box dye. I remember doing the sun in stuff, spraying in my hair, sitting in the sun. That always really lightened it up. But things like to make it lighter, I was like teenager, college. I don't really remember what I was doing, but it was just very blonde all the time. And it was probably some box color or something because at that point, I probably wasn't forking over the money for the highlights. And then once I became more of an adult, I started going to the hair salon, getting the highlights, getting all of those things. So paying for highlights for years. And so never really knew what my actual hair color was because just constantly getting highlights. So almost all of my adult life, my hair has been blonde by virtue of hair coloring. And there was one point where I tried to go darker. I don't know what I was thinking. It was after I had my daughter, my second child, and I went darker and I just did not like it. But I think it was so much a part of like, I had been blonde for so long. It was like a shock to me to look that dark. And frankly, whenever I do something like that, if I do like add low lights or make it darker, it fades very quickly and washes out. I think probably from all the highlights or bleach or whatever that has been put on my head. So that's kind of my hair history. And then, so I just went back to highlights forever. That's what I would do. I would pay, and go get highlights. And then I don't know, it has been a long time since I've had any professional highlight. And I think I mostly stopped doing it because of the cost. And I don't know if it coincided with the time that my husband lost his job. I honestly think I stopped doing it even before that, just because it got so expensive and so much upkeep. And I thought, I need to figure something else out. And so I just started experimenting with my head. And I know my hair, I should say, not my head. And I know there's many people out there that are kind of on the same quest because I see it with my daughter now. She's constantly trying to figure out like the hair solution to get the hair you want because she went down the road of highlights and figured out how quickly it just requires so much upkeep. So I started messing around and I watched so many YouTube channels to figure out things out. And if you go back and look at some of my old YouTube videos, you will see, it's funny, both my weight fluctuates and so does my hair color. So if you want to go down that little journey, memory lane, you can see that I'm like all shapes and sizes and my hair is all different shades. And so never really quite landing on the right combination. There was a point where one of the videos or the YouTube people that I found that was really, really helpful was her channel is Elle Bangs. I can't remember what her actual name is, but the YouTube channel is Elle Bangs. And she had a combination that was like a toner that was really specifically designed for blondes. And I tried that and it worked so well. And it was a combination of toners, but it was using toner with a 20 developer. So the 20 developer actually lifted like your natural like root line a little bit. But then it just kind of made everything just less of that yellowy brassiness, but lifted everything a little bit. I couldn't explain it, but it worked really well for me. And I thought, oh, this is perfect. And so that's what I did for a while, and it did work well. However, it kind of stopped working the way I wanted it to. And I don't know if just probably some of it, my hair has changed over time. Like I said, I'm 53 and now I have, I have more gray. I see it. And it's not that I love the look of all gray. I do. And if I had a full head of silvery white gray hair, I would probably go with it because I think it's so pretty, but I don't have that. I have like patchy gray. It's not quite as pretty. It's a little more like blotchy looking, I think. But I actually don't mind the gray that I have. I mean, it's a good thing I don't mind because it's there. Because these whites, to me, they just kind of add a highlight and they come through, and I'm fine with it. But I needed to figure something else out because my hair started being like, I don't know, it wasn't responding to that toner. And I think what was happening was it was pulling a little more warm in my root than I wanted. I don't know. Just kept looking. And then I found my current routine, which is what I'm going to share with you. And it wasn't a YouTube video. It was more like an article I found. And I thought, oh, I'm going to try this. So I think what I was searching for, kind of the terminology. So if this is something that you're looking for, it was a way to blend highlighted blonde hair with gray hair and kind of make it all seamless. And so do realize though that, hair is very unique. And unless you have the exact same hair as me, which is highly unlikely, probably not going to look the exact same. But what I find with this is it's gentler on my hair, and it just kind of does the trick of softening the look, making everything blend a little bit more together. At this point, I haven't been highlighting my hair, but as it's still obviously the look is blonde. And so I'm just trying to keep it in a way that doesn't look too crazy, too brassy at any point, and just kind of let the colors do what they are. I always joke that my hair is a multitude of colors. It is. I mean, there's plenty of dark. You can see it's much darker underneath. The top has more of the lighter pieces. And then, like I said, there's grays in there. So it's all of that. And honestly, I'm okay with it. I don't think it looks bad. And I think when I do what I'm about to show you, it makes it doable. So, and my hair actually feels about the healthiest it's felt in a long time. So there's that too. Here is what I do currently. I use 2 different Wella color charms. I think they've just changed the packaging a little bit. So, but these are both toner, permanent liquid hair toners. And I combine 2 shades. I think that's kind of the key. I use 1 part the T14, which is called Pale Ash Blonde, but it's very scary looking. The box looks very gray, but that's what it is. And then I combine that with T18, which is lightest ash blonde. So these 2 toners. And what I do for my hair is I use a 1/2 ounce of each. So that equals 1 ounce. And then to that, I use the Wella toner, the Wella cream developer with 10. And that might be part of the secret sauce here, so to speak. It's 10, it's not 20. So it's gentler on your hair, is my understanding. And so I have 2 ounces of this, and I have 1 full ounce of toner. So 2 parts developer, 1 part toner. If you have more hair, you would probably need to do, like 4 ounces, 2 ounces, or whatever. But it's like 2 to 1, 2 parts to 1 part. Mix it all up in the bowl, and I just apply it all over my head. I kind of start up here, focus on here, because this is where I feel like it visually needs the most help. And then with what's left, I kind of work it through the rest of my hair. And then I leave it on for, this is where it's not exact, maybe 20 minutes. The first time I did it, I panicked because when I looked at my hair, it looked so dark. And I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? And so I rinsed it out after like 15 minutes, and I probably didn't let it go long enough. So I had made a note to myself on my phone, because I always put the date in my phone of when I do my hair, just to kind of keep track. So I did it for at least like 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, rinse it out, boom. And that's what I do. And I probably end up doing it, I think it works out to be like maybe every 6 to 8 weeks is how often I do it. I probably maybe could do it more often, but it's kind of whatever. That's what I do. So I don't add any extra coloring, which is probably why my hair is feeling healthier. Now, you may be watching this video thinking, oh, your hair looks like crap. Then, you know, to each their own. This works for me. It's very manageable, and it's so much cheaper than going in and having anything done. Could I get highlights? Sure. I just don't want to commit to that. And I feel like this is the next best scenario to kind of help blend everything, because honestly, I've had so much highlights on my hair over the years that I don't know, some of these pieces just like anything fades, and I don't want to add any more light that then is going to like damage my hair further, you know? So, but literally I have not stepped into a professional salon for like a professional hair color or highlight, and I'm going to go on a limb and say maybe 8 or 9 years. It's been that long. So, and I only recently, this past year, did I go get a professional haircut. For a long time, I was cutting my own hair as well, and I still could, and I maybe still would. But I found a person here at one of these really cheap places, because it literally takes like 5 minutes to cut my hair. So sometimes it seems silly to spend much, and I don't have a complicated haircut. If I were going to do something very, you know, a lot of layers or something, I would definitely go to a professional. But just for a quick trim, I can do it. Or I run up to a place that I found a lady that I really like, and she does a good job, and it's very inexpensive. So sometimes I'll go up there as well. But that's it for my hair color. That is what I'm doing currently to maintain what this look is. And like I said, the idea is that it blends any highlighted hair with some existing grays to kind of blend it all together to just make it look a little bit more seamless. And of course it will fade over time. So that's how I know when it's probably about time, when things start looking a little like chunkier and blotchier and brassier overall. And then I repeat. So I'm hoping this video helps somebody, because I know there's always somebody out there looking for a different hair solution. And this absolutely is working for me right now. I've gone different routes, and if you have younger hair, maybe less gray, but you have a lot of blonde highlights that you're trying to work with, I would definitely check out Elle Bangs, E-L-L-E Bangs. Her YouTube channels are very helpful for blonde hair maintaining, and she is a professional. I am not. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.